Hey everybody, it's been a while. Can you hear me first of all? Because I have a little bit of a different setup. Microphone's up here now, so I'm not 100% if you can hear me. So somebody just let me know if the volume is there where it should be and all that good stuff. I'm right here, Edgar. I really need to apologize to Bud. Where'd you go? Bud Bieber, I think it was. I was cleaning my screen and I completely went crazy on him. It was weird. It says that I put him in timeout for. I deleted his message and I put him in timeout for 300 seconds. So I really apologize for that. Somebody, can you hear me? That's all I ask. I ask one freaking thing, and that's I'm not getting jack from you. Hello. Ooh, it's rattling. Thank you, Ray. Fuck you, Maddie. You're the one guy that's like on top of everything. The minute somebody says something, or if somebody says, I don't know, you've got an answer. I ask for somebody to give me a mic check, and y'all just sit here. Anyhow, it has been a while. I'm gonna just take that as a yes. Yes, being that the volume and everything is, the gain is not too high. That I am speaking in proper modulation. Um, um, yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live, so I figured it's overdue, and I've got this whole new setup. You guys can't see. I've got arms everywhere. I've got this like octopus in front of me, holding my camera, my iPad, my microphone, my lighting, everything. Um, but really, it's just because it's been a while, and I wanted to do a live. So, of course, I will be joined by Chad. And don't leave just because Chad's here. But he'll be joining me. So just suck it up, guys. I do. You guys have to as well. But some good things to talk about tonight. And let's go ahead and just bring that little. I'll be nice. That my buddy. Let's bring my buddy in here.
Was that little what? What? What was that? Hold on. Go ahead, finish your sentence. Go ahead, man. I'm
Fucker.
here. What's going on, man? What's going on?
How's it going?
I'm all right, man. Chilling.
My mic volume good?
Yeah, it's good.
Did
Is
you
mine good?
listen to this? Listen to this. Mike, she don't like hanging. Hear that rattle?
Well, that's inside the mic, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be like that. They have like I think they're supposed to have. I
But I
don't know.
think if
I'm
you
gonna
do
have to.
that, it does have the dampeners in there, whatever it is. But
Yeah, but
if
it
you hit
shouldn't
it,
be metal against metal.
I think mine
I'm
does the
taking
same
it
thing.
apart. I'm gonna take it apart.
Don't take it apart. You're gonna ruin it.
I'm gonna take it apart. And then if I break it, I have to get the newest and latest Yeti. Why do I
Hmm.
have the screen like this, Chad?
Yeah, I don't know.
There we go.
You're all up in my grill. I
All
don't
up
know.
in there.
So
Um,
yes, I see some people saying hi to me. I'll hit you up in a second. There's a couple of people, a few actually. But
36 in the house.
yeah, that's good.
And let me tell you what, I'm loving my octopus here.
Hmm.
iPad right here, right here. See my hand where it's glowing?
Yeah,
Right at that level, right underneath the camera. Microphone. There it is.
yeah.
Right above me. Lighting is a little bit too much. I've got that turned pointing up to the ceiling, but this thing
Okay.
is incredible. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm glad. Yeah, man. I got the
Thank,
same
thank,
thing.
thank you very much. I had that in my cart for a while, and I was
Mm.
finally like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it, and
Yeah, it's
I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did. I thought it'd be one of those items I'd have to try to fit all back in the box and return, but um, did not have to.
yeah, definitely. It's definitely a space saver.
Is- I gotta see
And
if Bud Bieber's back yet. I feel bad. like hopefully I didn't piss him off. I was cleaning the screen of my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just sprayed it. It was open. I didn't shut it. I should have shut the screen off, but I'm sitting there scrubbing it with the little clothy thingy. And then I look a few minutes later, and I deleted Bieber's comment, and then it says down a little bit further that was put in timeout for 300 seconds, which is like 5 minutes. So it's been past 5 minutes, and I hope he I think he's even new. I would remember the name Bieber. I mean, it's Justin's dad, crying out loud.
Justin's dad.
I kicked out Justin's dad in the group. Oh, let me tell you what. I need a drink. I have ginger ale, but I'm going for some homemade hooch.
Are you?
It's actually in a Mississippi Mud. It's got a tape label. The guy that makes it put for the QC guy with love. Apple 2020. It's apple brandy.
Oh, really?
And he makes really good brandy, so he always refills me when I'm empty.
Nice.
But gotta have a little brandy.
So huge ass saying that your volume is low.
See?
Yeah, I have to turn up my. You know what? I do have
volume?
your volume.
Okay, good. See, that's all I ask, guys. That's all I ask. Thank you for that. I'm gonna turn up the gain. How you like me now?
Do it again, because I do have my headphones turned all the way, like 3/4 of the way up. So, and it's a little low.
How you like me now? How do you like me now? How do you like me now?
Sounds
I feel like I'm gonna be going too high here, guys.
I mean, it sounds all right to me. I mean, I just need to turn
I went
up
the wrong way. How you like me now?
Oh yeah, there you go.
I was turning it down.
Oh, okay.
Let me see where we are. I'm like halfway. I always feel like halfway. When I start getting loud, does it break up? Is the modulation? I mean,
that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, when I raise my voice and get loud, if I watch it on replay, it's always like, it's like when my wife is yelling at me.
Mm-hmm.
Makes my teeth hurt. Let's go through roll call.
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of chat going on. 40 people in the house. Nice. Good show tonight, guys. Just because I'm in a good mood. I'm in a really good mood to do this. So that also means it's a big boy show, everybody. So Chris's mouth won't have a filter or anything like that. But of course, we have Maddie in here. We have Big Ray in here. Bud Bieber, Justin's dad. I hope you come back. And I always forget. I need to have a cheat sheet. Hal 9000. I know your name, but I forgot your name. You know his name? I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Hal 9000, Zigzag Ground Zero.
No, I don't know. That's
Chris
a long.
Wedgeworth. Yeah, that's a long one there. And I do know his name. I need to do a cheat sheet. Chris Wedgeworth is in here. TJ Giggles is in the house. And I'm not sure what that was. That was a little bit of a giggle with a gargle. And Edgar Cafe. Eric Van Nostrand. And that's a very cool last name. If I said that, Nostrand, Eric Van Nostrand. I like that. It's very. I feel like you're very successful in life if you have that name. Like my son's girlfriend. If they got married, I would love it if he took her name, because her last name is Von Volkenberg.
What?
Tell me that's not a cool name. Like, that's a cool name. Sounds like they should live in a castle somewhere. Blake Von. I can't say it now.
Von Volkenberg.
Yeah.
He comes from a long line of Valkenbergs.
Yes. Blair Air. And Jose Luna. There's that Don from Little Mountain Life.
Don.
Akashiro. Akira Show. And Chris Key Largo Dude. One of my favorite guys. You and I were talking about him last night. One of my favorite guys here lately on YouTube. He's been my latest one that I stalk. Nice. I feel like that's a dude I'm going to go down and visit one day. And whether you're inviting me or not, Chris, I'm coming down your way one day. And Flying Flynn Media, Mark Trotter. And let's see, earbuds moving, I can feel it. Colossal Titan and Mike Renock. Mike, I was thinking about you today. There's a whole new series, a new show of Vikings that follows after the original Vikings. I just started watching it yesterday, and I've been thinking about you. Not a lot of you probably know what I'm even talking about, but anyhow, I think of him when I think of Vikings. And Brett Snoke and Ray Sharp. I think I got you, Mad Max. JK Enterprise, Flacco World, Chad B. And the list goes on and on. I'm going to miss somebody. Joel Shepard, how you doing, brother? Joe Powers, I think I hit you. Dave Reynolds. Huge ass. Huge ass.
Yeah.
I try to say it with the separation there, but I don't know why I care. I like the huge ass. I don't like huge asses, but I love that name. Great name.
Jaybird Jones. Jaybird Jones says he has the Mini 3 and he's giving it away shortly.
A Mini 3? Yeah. I thought he'd have the 5 by now.
Oh, yeah?
We all know who that is. I don't know if you know who that is. Don probably knows who that is. I don't know. Everybody's got a Jaybird drone, I think, from our giveaway when he was scamming people. But everybody's got a fake Jaybird account. Mine actually is J-Turd, so everybody else went with Jaybird, but we have the same logo and everything on our accounts. Haven't used that in a long time.
Well, speaking of giveaways, when you're done,
let me see. Where did I stop? Brett Snoke, Mountain Drone Solutions, or that could mean Mint, or Mount. It's Mountain. I know it is. Probably one of Don's friends.
Mountain Drone Solutions, yeah, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know about Mint.
He might be up on Don's mountain.
Yeah.
I feel like you're fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've seen him maybe before, but I feel like he's fairly new. And Greg Pittman. I just don't want to leave anybody out here. I don't want to spend my whole freaking night doing this. But
so it's M&T. It's not Mountain. It's M&T.
Okay, so we need to change that, buddy, because I don't like it. I think you need to make it M, small n, capital M, small n, capital T. This doesn't work for me. I don't like it. It looks like Mountain.
It doesn't work for you, so
Solutions. You need to fix that. Make that stand out a little bit better. Come back to my channel after you have fixed that. I'm kidding with you, dude. If you are new, this is me. Don't ever take anything I say as being offensive, and it just. I love everybody. I love everybody till I get to know you, and then I don't love you.
Oh, he.
You down at the bottom while I'm going through this long. Chat
Yeah.
Here.
No,
everybody else, you know what? Hey, I just want to get going here. John Bonifant, Jaybird Drone. Whichever one that is. I won't call out who I think it is. And okay, so I got. So
M&T Drone said he was the one who sent you the Evo 2 Pro. I mean, I'm pretty sure you had a couple people do that, but he sent you one.
Yeah, to tell me you sent me an Evo 2 Pro. Are you the one that got? Hold on. Is it this Evo 2 Pro? This one. What is it? This one? Ooh, look at that leg. Look at that leg there. It's got one good one, I think. Yeah, it's got one good one. This guy's.
He said, yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, dude. Sorry. And yes, I still have your FAA sticker on there. I told you I'd take it off, but it is so worn out you can't read it anyhow. But guys, I just have to tell you, his poor quad. I saw the footage, the flight log. Shot down. Shot down.
That was the one that was shot down?
This is the one I told you about.
Is that the bird shot?
Bird shot. I mean, it's taking a shot to the ass and everything.
Isn't that a federal offense?
He just sent it to donate his parts, and there's hardware and stuff inside of it that I can use. So
thank you for the donation.
He was out flying and got shot down. So I have a drink for you.
Nice.
Oh, let me tell you, that's so good.
I think I'm gonna grab a Sprite in a second.
Many a glasses of brandy. My favorite stripper's name's Brandy.
Really?
Whenever I think of the name Brandy for drinks, I always think of a stripper.
Stripper, yeah.
It just sounds like a stripper's name.
There's another one.
So, anything else you want to hit up in the chat there?
No, I mean, I just... no, I think you covered everything.
I'm seeing a lot of new faces. This is awesome. 60 people in here. While I've got everybody's attention,
isn't that
many
one more
of you... What's that?
One, M Drone 1. Isn't that what's his name? Mark Fisher? No, is it? Or is it not? M Drone 1.
No. Doesn't he have Fisher on his? I don't know. I don't know. I gotta have a piece of paper here. I'm gonna start writing this shit down.
Yeah, that is Mark Fisher. What's up, man?
Sorry, buddy. Don't take it personal. I don't know it's you to watch you on your channel. So,
yeah.
You and I will have a discussion later, Chad, and we'll get me situated on a list. But then I'll sit here and read the names, and I'll say, "Wait a minute, who are you?" Like I know who. Where'd he go? Flying. Where are you? Where's he at?
Oh, Flying.
Flying Media. I know your name.
Flying Media.
But I don't remember your name, guys. I really worry about my memory. It seems like ever since I had COVID, my memory is worse than it originally was. I actually feel like I'm in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's. Sometimes I walk into a room, and I'm like, "What am I doing here?" I mean, everybody has that occasionally, but I do it way too much. Like, I'll walk into a room, completely forget why I walked in the room. So before I get into really anything else, I'm not going to talk about anything huge. Just kind of stuff like what I've been up to, what you've been up to, things like that.
Yeah, sure.
So that's what I want to start with you. What have you been up to, buddy?
Same old thing. I just released a video a few days ago or a couple days ago on day to night hyperlapse. Thinking, I'm not sure what the audience wants. I need to start asking, like, what the hell you guys want to see? Because because sometimes I get mixed signals and put out a video, and not every video is going to do crazy well, but at least some movement in it. But
put that in your top pinned comment.
What's that? Oh, what do you want to see next?
Yeah, like in that last video, pop that into your pinned comment. Just say, hey, what do you guys want? What do you guys want to see next? And viewer's choice.
Yeah, I mean, some things I can do. I know a lot of things that I probably won't be able to do, but I'm down to my Mini 2 and my Air 2S. So my whole thing with these drones is trying to show the audience how to actually use them instead of just flying around and aimlessly flying around. Actually, how to create with it and put things together like hyperlapses, or film like cinematic, footage with the settings and everything like that. I'm not a professional, but I do like, you know, doing this type of stuff. So, I'm a hobbyist, but I like doing it. I don't call myself a professional because I'm not. I don't do it professionally. Uh, but I do follow, a lot of other filmmakers out there that are not in the, drone hobby or anything, just trying to learn different ways of filming things and also using the camera on the drone. So um, that's my whole thing with my channel. Uh,
I feel like I just met you for the first time.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just
Like I
getting my
feel
whole
like
story.
you'd like you're a guest on the show for the first time, like you're an actual guest. Like
Yeah,
I just learned a few things. No,
I
I
never I
know
never
all this
shared my
about you.
feelings. I never shared my
Well,
feelings
it's
or my
it's good because you got several new people in here from what it looks
yeah.
like. Since there's new people in here, we're gonna do a little ticker here.
Mhm.
Uh, Facebook group, come join us on Facebook. This group actually took off really much faster than I thought it would. I started out as an Alltel group thinking, you know what, I got kicked out of every Alltel group. Why not just start one? But then I don't want to talk about Alltel group all the time. It's like having my Hubson Help and Support group where it's just problems. So it's as you can see, come join on Facebook. QC Guys Drone Community. And
Nice.
the one thing I make very clear is I hate that word community in this drone community because in most arenas it's just not a community. It's a bunch of users, backstabbers, and this is a real community. This is where you really find out Chris is actually a good guy. He's not the well, I am a little foul mouth on Facebook as well, but I got to be careful on Facebook. I'm on Facebook when I'm in a really good mood. If I'm in a bad mood, I won't even go there. So that's when you'll see the good Chris. But this is where you see just let loose Chris that everybody takes the wrong way. So join that group and come join us. So far, it's been good people. I see some bad people are in the chat. Somebody got his message retracted.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know who's that.
Kin G. Let me tell you what. If you're in any Facebook group or anywhere on YouTube and somebody uses a name twice,
Mm-hmm.
that person's always an asshole. It
Really?
never fails. So like if
Mm-hmm.
I went and like I feel like that's a trend now where it's Charles, Frank. That's their Facebook name. I don't know if it's a paranoia thing of my identity and all that, but it just seems like it's a fairly new thing here lately. And they're always an asshole, always a complete fucking asshole and a troll in these groups.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what he said, but
It made yeah.
message retracted. So he retracted it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not
See,
deleted.
you just you're
I didn't call him any names, but
yeah.
I
I
don't want
know.
change your name, Kin G.
Oh my gosh, man! You like quick at the hip, bro. You like
But no, what do you call that? I profiled him, didn't I?
yeah, man. Oh
I
my gosh,
completely
you
name
digitally
profiled him.
profiled him.
Wow, sorry,
Socially, yeah.
Kin G.
Yeah.
Kin G. He
Sorry,
sounds.
Ken.
Are you Asian? Like that almost sounds Asian, doesn't it? Kin G.
Oh my gosh, see, there you go again. Oh my gosh, man. We're gonna have to.
Kin G. I am so sorry. Oh boy.
In other news. Oh my gosh,
Dude, it's all good. It's all good.
Mhm.
Love, peace, and vegetable rights, guys.
Um,
But yeah, so there's two names already that need fix. Kin G, you need to fix it because you're falling into a category of these trolls and everything by having Kin twice. And Maddie's retracting. Chris is retracting. What the hell's going on here?
what the hell?
What did they say? I saw them as they retracted, but maybe they were bitching. I don't know. Maybe they were bitching somebody out.
I don't know. Yeah, I
Come on,
didn't.
guys. What's going on here?
Yeah.
You gotta let me in on the joke. It's my channel, for crying out loud. I gotta get this banner off of here.
So what's going on with you as far as material
I
and stuff?
really kind of wish I had it on ready to load up on screen.
Mm-hmm.
I was out flying today,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if you saw it where I posted it in the Facebook group. That's just it right there, guys. You guys got to go join the Facebook group if you want to see what I'm up to. I gave a little teaser of what I was out doing today, and the winds were, I forget what they were.
46-mile-per-hour gusts. I
Thank
remember
you.
seeing that. Yeah.
I think it stayed 46 the whole time. I
Oh,
think that
really?
was the minimum. I mean, it sounded like I was in a hurricane. I had my foam cover there on the mic, on my Rode mic.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, I mean, if you watch close enough, you see shit just flying by in front of the camera. It's like
Oh,
I
really?
was in a little hurricane. But took the Evo Light Plus out, and I'll tell you what, that thing handled it like a champ. I was shocked.
Really?
At
I'm
one
shocked.
point, and I haven't edited this all together yet, but at one point in the video, it might be in there, it might not. I don't. But I said and this is like the first time I think I've ever said this on this on my channel is. I think maybe I feel like I shouldn't be flying. I feel like I should not take this out and fly because it was hovering like this, like it's
Yeah. So
tilted.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So for me to say that, it's got to be something. But of course, I raised it up and I took it on out and not knowing if it's going to be able to get back or not, but it did. It really did well. It did get kicked down a few times to like 3 meters a second. I think even almost close to 2 meters a second in standard mode. But for the most part, it stayed above 6, more around 8. It handled it like a frickin' champ in
See,
standard
yeah,
mode.
that's acceptable when it's like 46-mile-per-hour
If
wind.
it drops down to 6 or 8, sure.
Yeah,
But
sure.
not
Not,
2, not 2 on a breeze.
yes, yeah. So,
Which we'll get there. We'll get
yeah.
there. But this one it's really hard for me to edit because I was in the middle of a baseball. I was on a baseball pitcher's mound,
Okay.
and that's where I started. And I had on the tripod hook. I had my bag hanging on it, which is pretty heavy, and you'll see depending on how I edit it, but that camera kind of goes like this a few times because I'm actually having to grab the tripod. I couldn't really leave the tripod because I had to
Yeah.
grab it because of the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my heavy duty tripod. That's actually the one
Okay.
that's got some weight to it. But yeah, it's going to be a hard one to edit because I had to then go seek shelter behind like this big wooden shed behind the pitcher's mound or the behind the cage, and by a home plate, and so I'm like kind of huddled up against the shed with the camera so it doesn't get blown, and then catching myself kind of like starting over, repeating things I
Oh,
say and stuff like that. So I don't know how I'm going to put it together, but I'm definitely going to put it together and put it out there. It's definitely going to be choppy as far as how I lay it out, but
you think
it was good. It was good. It was
voiceover maybe?
really good day. I might have to do some voiceover too because that's something I ran into a problem with this fucking triple tech. I love this thing,
Mm-hmm.
but when my favorite thing about the Evo Light and the Nano is that recording your voice while you're flying.
Mm-hmm.
It syncs it all perfectly, and then when I do my cuts, everything's there. Everything's perfect.
So
Um,
it's on the
it
the
saves
S
it to your device. So
what
on my iPhone, it goes straight into my photos. Straight into my photos. I did it today with the triple tech, and I really should just be practicing with this because I'm going back into an Android. It's been years since I've been heavy into an Android, and this I'll be heavy into because it will be used for all my quads. Little branding there for Dobo. But it didn't save it to them. So on screen record, it does give me the option to save to SD card. So I'm going to have that selected next time and see if it goes to SD card. Unless it's somewhere on here that I just can't find it, but I've been through anywhere there's anything in any type of storage or whatever. I've been through everything and I cannot find it. My screen recording did perfectly fine. I was able to just take that and put it up. I have the screen recording. I don't know if I had the audio turned on that or not. I haven't gotten into the editing, but I'll find out. But I really like to have that recording that records dead sync with your video. It's so nice. It just makes it so fast.
So you sync it up. You sync the.
Thanks, Maddie, for posting that.
So you sync the video that's on your phone with your SD card video, if you were to use that SD card video, right? Or DVR video.
If I selected, I'm not even going to turn. I was going to turn on and show you, but it's going to be too bright. If I select SD, I can make it save to my SD card. If I have that turned off, it's supposed to save to the device.
Oh, okay. Your voice.
It does a little like low quality video, like 1080 video with your voice. It matches up perfectly. Like you put the video on top of the video. And then what I do is I just click detach audio, throws it down below the other video, and then I delete that whole line of video once it's been detached, and it's attached to my 4K video, like that.
Okay, and it syncs up.
It's dead on.
Dead on. Okay, cool.
Dead on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they nailed that. Like I was thinking, this is gonna be something that's gonna be off a little bit. Like when you hit record, it's not gonna sync right away. It's dead on. It's really good.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool.
Yeah, I
know what. And you still using Filmora, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do enough to really go and make that change yet. So if I get into really getting back into doing these type of review type things, or just out on the field more often, I'll go and drop the 250 or whatever it is for something else, but right now I'll stick with my Filmora. It puts the video together and puts it out. It's frustrating as hell on iMac though.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Let me grab something to drink real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna go through, just kind of look in the chat here. Alltel is weak on Android Love. Yeah. Yeah, it's not liking it. It's totally not liking it. So hopefully my doing it with, I don't know if it's because, I also kind of wonder if maybe the Triple Tech, maybe there's something with when I'm doing a screen recording on this, if I'm screen recording on it and trying to do that with the recording of the drone on the app, I wonder if one trumps the other. So I was doing a screen recording at the time. That could have been my problem. But on Apple, that's not a problem. I can do both.
Okay.
So, yeah, David, Filmora, I like it. I really was fine with it on PC. On my iMac, it's all still just as functional and everything. But you had it. You did it the Mac format for a little bit there.
Yeah.
It's just. It puts you through different paces that you can you can avoid a couple streets and take a shortcut normally, like in PC version, and then which is typical Mac stuff. I mean, you do usually kind of take longer roads on some things to do, where sometimes it's just a right click on PC, but I don't like it. I don't like it. That's all I can say, really. I can't give you a good, solid reason. Yeah, Chris, so far, this is a really good tablet. The only thing I can say is the weight. It is heavy, but I mean, I can sit there and hold the controller in this for a full battery. It's not going to bother me. I wear a lanyard with it since good old Ken sent the Slick Sticks. for the Autel controllers. It's hanging there on my belly, just resting up against my belly, and it sits perfectly. Like you'll see when I start in the video, I'm not even holding it. It's sitting there perfect up against my belly, and I just go bloop, start and launch, and like it's nice. Got my hands in my pockets. So when you're out there in the cold, it's nice to have that lanyard. But it doesn't overbalance like I thought it would. It does good. It does good.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get some nice weather. I mean, we had a couple days last week, but
we did, but I blew that opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be just windy flights for me for a while probably, because it's a hard road to spring here compared to Virginia.
Sure, it's just as hard. It's windy every day. It was like windy today. But I flew to Mini. I just flew it around the neighborhood.
I feel like this is where our weather pattern fluctuates a lot more than yours. Normally, we're only about a 10-degree difference between each other, and our weather, rainy days and stuff like that, seem to come from one or the other direction and meet each other. But I feel like this time of year, you and I, our temperature days are a little more fluctuating.
Yeah.
And of course, snow. Obviously, snow. We're still getting little light snows.
Yeah. It's just been freaking cold. I mean, it seemed like I've been colder this winter than any other winter that I spent in Virginia. So maybe because my old bones, I'm getting old, but I don't know. So seriously, man, I'm from New Jersey, so
I walk around in t-shirts all day. Like I live in a big old house. My house was built in 1906. Half the house isn't insulated. The only places that are insulated are where I've totally gutted it. So half this house is not insulated, and we're talking just under 5,000 square foot, big old craftsman home from 1906, 10-foot ceilings. That's where all the heat is up there. And I walk around. I always have like sweatpants on, but I'm always like in a t-shirt. Keep the heat off on the second level. Wife and I, neither one of us like the heat at night. Like it nice and like it nice and chill. The only place that we really keep the heat on is this first level. The second level, third level, no heat. Just leave it off. Even on the cold days. So, but I'll be the first one to bitch as soon as I step outside and it's cold. Like I don't want to leave the house. Like I just want to stay in the house. What does it say? Oh. The only thing I don't like about this thing is I never had my iPad in front of me before, so I feel like I'm more looking down throughout this whole thing than I am anything else. Like,
but it's not like you're looking away now. You know what I mean?
If I could put it, I'll slide it up a little bit here where it looks like I'll have to adjust that arm like right underneath the camera lens, so it looks like I'll just make it my teleprompter. Yeah, I'll look like Bill the drone reviewer when he's doing a video. Okay, so today's video we are going to fly the.
Yeah, right.
You can always tell he's got some sort of teleprompter or something. And then you can always tell the guys, and I do it too. Is if you're really getting into something brand new for the first time, taping our notes underneath the camera. Have you ever done it?
I put a notebook underneath the camera.
Yeah,
but not tape it.
Then I'll watch the video and it's like he's reading away. But then I'm like, dude, you've done that 100 times, so don't even go there.
Hold on one second. I have to pop out this chat again.
I do want to bring up one thing that I really don't think a lot of people here know your situation with your nano.
Oh no. I haven't really said anything about it.
I'll lead you into it. Everybody knows I returned mine. Put in for a claim, put in for a refund. Got my refund, they screwed up totally, did not have to send it. I didn't have to return it. Then we were like 4 days apart. Chad decides, you know what, I don't want this thing either. So he did the claim for his Nano. You can tell your story there.
Okay, yeah, I did the claim. What was it? End of January. So I put in the claim, and they came back a few days later saying they were giving me a refund if I sent it to this certain address in China. But at the same time, what's Altel Pilot was sending me some type of email saying to send it to some address in New Jersey. And, just word of advice, if you are doing that, you deal with them. If you are doing that, just make sure you send it to the address.
PayPal. Yeah,
stick with what PayPal, the address they pay, because they contact the company, and the company gives them that address, the address to send it to. So stick with what you get from PayPal, the address. But anyway, I sent it off, and it got through. I sent it off. I sent out a Premier package with 3 batteries. I sent it, and it went through and arrived in China within a few days, actually. Went through customs, Hong Kong, and all that, and then went out to Shenzhen, and it's been sitting in Shenzhen for like a week and a half already. So you
sent it to Kinkinji.
Yeah, there you go. But it's been sitting there, so I'm not gonna say too much more. I'm just gonna wait to see what happens, and with PayPal. So I've been in contact with PayPal, let them know the whole situation. So we'll see. Hopefully, something will come out of this. Hopefully, I can get my refund.
I think you'll get your refund back. I think it's just bad timing right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't trust Altel Pilot. I'm sure they've taken a ton of returns, so I really don't trust them. It's just the timing right now with Chinese New Year or whatever the hell they're celebrating there. It takes a month to celebrate.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought it was only like a couple of weeks or a week or so.
It's like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Oh, okay,
but it's like, it just seems like that excuse. Any excuse a company in China has, they'll milk that excuse. Like COVID, when they over milked COVID. Like they're sitting there, of course, Chinese media is everything's fine here. Mm. We have no more cases of COVID, but every Chinese company you talk to is like, it's terrible. Well, we have no employees. I'm doing this all by myself.
So one quick thing, Mavic 2 Zoom. Can you put his comment up, put his comment up?
Where?
It's like third from the bottom. Third or fourth from the bottom.
Let's see if my chat's moving properly here. Who is it? Oh,
yeah.
Mavic 2 Zoom.
Yeah.
I thought it was something about Mavic 2 Zoom.
Yeah, so, I mean, I knew I was dealing with Altel Pilot because that's who I bought it from. So, when I was sending it back, I know I was sending it back to Altel Pilot. I don't know what to say, but yeah, I knew who I was dealing with. But I put in for a refund with PayPal, and this is what they gave me. So that's why I sent it to China, and that's where it came from. So that's where I had to send it back. Cost me $150 to send it.
I see Matt Bagwell's comment about his is flying like a champ. I'm glad when I hear anybody's is fine. Yeah. Not that I figured everybody's going to run into this being as a big problem. But let's face it, when it came out, at least what I felt like I pointed out, I felt like those were big enough issues. But the replacement that they sent that has the gimbal damper switched 2 times now in flight. Let me see if I can just simply do it by pressing on a little bit.
All right, one thing, hold on one second. Yeah, I do know Altel Pilot is not Altel Robotics. I know that much.
Yes.
There you go.
But in flight, oh, it's because I have it upside down. It won't do it when it's upside down. Duh. But in flight, the back gimbal arms, they actually now will jump above the bracket thing they're attached to, and they'll stick. That like it'll just rest itself there.
Oh, really?
And then my gimbal is all of a sudden stiff, and I'll see it instantly. So I don't know that this gimbal setup with that band being for the down, the hanging, I don't think that's the way to go. And I'm glad when I did that video on showing how to change them out, I'm glad I said, you know, it's totally up to you. You do the way you feel like you think it needs to be. Like, because I couldn't say what way's wrong or right, because honestly, I think they were just saying, hey, let's test this out on people. And maybe not enough people made any complaints or had issues and they stuck with it. Or maybe they'll go back to the old. Who knows with Autel, but it does get caught and stuck because it's allowed to move up and down versus having that side. I never had a really significant issue with Jello, so I don't feel like that side to side or top to bottom really was anything big. The biggest issue was the way they were sticking, which mine still are not sticking, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I've only done the baby powder one time. I've had it out in kind of a moist, damp weather. Worried that might kind of make that get kind of cakey and stick. So far, it's been fine, but there is no way I can ever sit here and ever say. I will say it's at a better place right now, but there is no way I will say to anybody, go out and buy yourself one of these because it's worth $1,049 now.
Yeah, it's that now that's
1,000,
ridiculous.
yeah, whatever it is, 1,099 or whatever it is. I will never go out and tell anybody, and I'm telling you, I'm going to say DJI when they come out with a Mavic 3, they're going to be well below that. I feel like they are. I don't see them being over. They're going to be between $800 and $900. That's where I'm putting the DJI Mavic 3 or Mini 3.
How much was the Flymore? It was 99. No, it was $599 on the Mini 2, right? I'm saying $799 for the Mini 3.
I feel like
Flymore.
they'll go. Well, generally everything goes up about
$150.
Yeah, close to 2. Yeah. So there is a pattern as to how the increases have gone, and I just feel like with tariffs and stuff, I'm not saying this is not legit for Autel to raise their prices. It was a little strange when they decided to do it, but I think it's going to be higher than the typical increase that DJI gives us for that reason, for tariffs.
Yeah, but if you look at the Mavic 3, that was a big jump as far as I know. I never had the Mavic 2 Pro or anything, but from what I understand, it was what, $1,800 for like the basic one or the base price.
Yeah,
for it?
I can't remember just because I had very little interest in it from the start. I can't remember what they were exactly for the base, but it was somewhere around there.
Okay, and then it's $2,100 for the base for the Mavic 3.
The base is $2,100.
Is it?
No, that's what you just said.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it? I don't own one, so.
Wait a minute. You said the base was $1,800
for
and then
Mavic
you
2
said
Pro.
now the base.
No, for the Mavic 2.
Okay.
When it was new, the base price was what, $1,800, I think. If anybody in the chat knows that, for the base price of the Mavic 2.
I'm going to ask Mr. Google.
Yeah.
Mavic 2 Pro price. What are you? It must have gone up because I'm seeing a whole bunch of used and refurbished come up on the list first. Where's DJI? There they are. Straight from DJI. I hate their website. Really do. Mavic. Now I gotta jump through hoops. Okay, so they want to throw Mavic 3 in my face all day long. Come on.
I guess no one knows. I haven't seen anybody pop up a price in there.
Mavic Pro 2 Pro.
Kingpin said I was correct, but
$14.49
right now
for the that's for just the refurbished drone alone.
Yeah. Let's say I think it was around, and yeah. So someone put up in 2018. It was 1729.
Dude, they're not showing any on their website. Any packages? What the hell?
Yeah, Mavic 2 Zoom says something from 1499 to 1729 in 2018. So, like, I guess it's what, $600 difference?
Yeah.
Between the two.
Yeah. So there's definitely going to be something outside of their normal pattern. I think. I think it's going to be closer to a $900 range. I think it'll fall between the 8 and 9, but I think it's going to be closer to the 9
for a mini drone. Man, I
mean,
mean,
mini drone.
But the thing is, I thought the whole point of the mini drone would be affordable, and for new people or for
well, here's
new
the
drone
problem.
pilots.
Here's the problem. First off, all of us guys buying this thing, that especially if you're part 107 or I mean you're in the US, whatever, buying these minis and paying that price, we're stupid. We really are. We're stupid because we don't need a sub. We don't need it. Like, buy an Air 2. Air 2S, I mean, at this price, right? Go buy an Air 2S or buy a used Air 2 if you're new getting into this and you're like, oh, I have to have a mini because that's so popular, and you want to buy the DJI Mini 3s out, or you have the option of a Nano. You feel like, oh, sub 250, I don't need to register. Well, who cares if you have to register or not? Is it still like $5 to register?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we're stupid for buying them. So that's what's crazy, is to get back to what you were saying, is cramming all this in and all the work to make it stay under 250 grams, 249 grams, is what's making it so expensive.
Yeah.
Like Hubsan was always kind of budget until they came out with their mini, and it was like $600 and $600 and up, depending on which one you got. And that's where it's crazy on the prices for a mini. It's like, should have just stayed simple with it. We don't need to go crazy with all these sensors and all that. Yeah. I don't need them.
But I mean, you don't have to make actually here in the U.S. the mini drones. You don't have to make it under 250 grams. I mean, if you don't want to pay the $5, I mean, it doesn't make a difference if you. I don't understand why people are so apprehensive about registering your drone because, like Big Brother or something, you don't want them to have your information. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense for it to be 249 grams. It could be over 249 grams. I mean, me as a Part 107 pilot, I have to register it anyway. So for me and other Part 107 pilots, it doesn't make any sense. So, they don't have to. Maybe they can come out with two versions, one that's 250 grams without all the crap, and then maybe one that's over 250 grams or something with more stuff on it. That way, the people, maybe the more professional people, will take it because it's convenient and light and easy to travel with or something like that. So,
yeah, here's my argument on that. feel like we're on Drone Nation right now. I'm playing show and tell.
Oh, yeah. I don't have mine. Actually, it's back there.
Okay. So yeah, here we go. Air 2S and Mini 2. Okay. Pretty significant difference, but I'm sorry, there's no difference. I see it in the comments, and I'm not being argumentative, but I am going to argue all day long that it's so much easier to travel with this versus this. You can put it in a backpack. I mean, I don't see this being, even if I'm out hiking. I mean, when I go down into the creek area down at the reservoir, I'm carrying like 3 drones and a tripod and all that with me. I've got them in cases on my backpack and then my shoulder straps. And I will never have that. I'll never agree on that little claim of this is so much easier to travel with. Sure, if you're slipping it in your pocket or whatever.
That's something I would never do. I mean, if I'm like going from in the house to outside, I'll probably slip it in my pocket.
I was being sarcastic.
But no, I'm saying people,
I mean, that's how they advertise it.
Yeah, that's how they advertise
it in her sweatpants pocket.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, it's just as easy to travel, I think, with any foldable drone.
Yeah. In the bag that it comes with,
you get into the bigger batteries and all that, to where it's going to be much heavier and all that. Mm-hmm. But most everybody goes out and buys a case that's too damn big for the Mini 2 anyhow. So it's like, you end up with something the same size as the Air 2S that you're carrying with you.
There's GCS cases. What are they called? GCS cases or whatever, the Pelican case looking cases. And they buy like a big case like this for.
You see this little Mini in there and 3 batteries. It's like
I like to take that
Air 2S in there with it.
Yeah, I mean, I use that little purse that it comes with. I like using that little thing. And if you look at the case for the Mini 2 and the Air 2S, they're both the same size.
You like your purse?
Yeah, I like that little man purse. I call it a man purse.
It's a merce.
Yeah, I guess.
I forgot to say something that just popped back in my head. Whoever said it, huge ass said it. You hear that? Is something wrong when I hit my desk?
I hear you hitting the desk.
He said something was wrong with my mic when I hit my desk.
Oh.
I just thought it was funny because you and I had that conversation about this mounting to my desk, and I said, you know how hyper I get, and I'm like, slamming and stuff like that. That could be a problem, but I think he was saying it's not isolated. So I don't know. It just popped in my head. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So Don made a point too. You've returned your Nano. I returned my Nano. We're done with the Nanos. Or I have my Nanos. I refunded my Nano. You refunded your Nano. I'm going to be done with this, is what I'm getting at. I'm going to do a few more things on this, and I'm done with it. I think both of them are... One's going to be donated. One's going to be sold. And I actually, there is somebody I'm keeping an eye on, because I never give anything away like this unless I know you, but I don't know this person. I never give it away comfortably, I should say, unless I know you. If I don't know you, I always wonder, did I do the right thing? But in this case, the way I'm giving it away that kind of rises that comfort level is I'm looking for the right person. I'm looking for and I even hate to say this because it's going to invite people, but I think I've already locked in on somebody. I've been looking just for that sad story. And I found one. I found a very sad story. And this person, I think, is going to get the Nano when I'm done with it. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So the other one I'll sell, and that'll be profit.
Okay.
I feel like I need to get paid on this one. Like I did a lot with this, And I'm not done exposing, guys. I found something that I'm exposing. And I'm going to challenge everybody that owns the Nano to check something on yours. Not that it's a huge deal, but if you have a minor little crash, it's going to be a problem for you. It's going to cause more carnage than it needs to. And it's something where Autel cut corners. And it's something I fixed on mine very simply and didn't cost me a dime. So both of them had it. That tells me this is going to be something that I guarantee you everybody has. And at least on the early models, we'll see. But I'm going to put out a video where it's a challenge. It's just simply a challenge for you to check. And I want to see how many people find this out too. And then I want to find out what Autel says about it, because let's face it, so far everything we've done with Autel, every whistle blown, has been by us, by the people that bought it early on, us guys with channels. They have never come and said this is an issue, or nothing has ever been said until a whistleblower blew that whistle. So anything I blew a whistle on my channel never was addressed until I made it a big deal. So I want to see how many people have the same thing that I found. And if a lot of people do, then it's going to be something significant to where they're going to have to acknowledge it. And that's my whole point in doing all this kind of stuff, is I just want them to acknowledge something and see how they go about acknowledging it. So got to keep Ken Booth busy. Got to keep him busy on his little Facebook stuff. God, I hate that asshole. I hate that fucker. I'm sure there's people in here that like him that have, but I'm sorry. You over admin a group. You completely mute your people. It's run like frickin' China or Russia. To the point where as soon as you make a post, you guys want to get a room here, Maddie, and place it here, or Matt and place it here. A lot of Y's. Maddie, Bagsy.
Hey, put Mavic 2 zooms comment up there.
You have pre-production software in your drone and you did not even notice it. What are you talking about?
And then also, it's the one above that too. It's 2 of them that he left.
Oops. It just jumped on me. You found a bunch of bugs in a pre-release drone. So what? Let me tell you something. Why did they change the gimbal dampers?
Oh my gosh.
Why did they change those? Speed wasn't a problem after it was released? Dude, let me tell you something. We can debate. Well, let's go ahead and have our little debate here. Everything that was done, you cannot sit here and tell me this was not pre-released. This was not released at the time. Autel Pilot and Autel, they're like best buddies. These guys are as close to being gay lovers as you can get. They're close friends, both owners. There is no way that was a secret that Autel Pilot is releasing all these drones. So these are not pre-release models. These are models that were sent to Autel Pilot to be sold. Whether they sold them before an official release was done or just selling them like they were when we bought them, they were meant to be sold. The gimbal dampers, that came out in plenty of models. I think the number was like 400 or 500 models that those gimbal dampers went out in, and several people, Johnny Drone Flyer was one of them, just naming people I personally know, sent theirs in and had to have them changed. So that wasn't a pre-release thing. The speed issues, come on. What Kool-Aid are you fucking drinking when they say we have 15 meters a second, It won't give 15 meters a second. And then overnight, they pull a slick trick and drop it down to 13 meters a second. Guess what? It won't even fucking do 13 meters a second. It'll only do 12 meters a second. Then, oh, wait a minute, we can fix this. And then send the drone, and it does it. There's nothing different in this drone. I've taken both of them apart. There's absolutely nothing different in this drone. It's firmware. That's the only difference. Anybody that did the firmware update, they're now getting the 15 meters a second. So, I don't know. Do you own one? If you do, I want to see it on your channel, not just hear you say you own one. But the so what is, no, I'm going to argue this whole pre-release bullshit with you all day long. We'll have to agree to disagree on it. So,
well, let me say that it is, no matter, it all comes down to the money that we spent on it. We spent freaking, for the ones who bought the Premier Pack or whatever, $950 on it, and we want what we pay for. We want
Mavic 2 Zoom. Show me your fucking quad on your channel. Let me see it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you still have Mavic 2 Zoom as your name, that's probably the only quad you own. Let's see it on your channel.
He bought a production version. I don't know what that is, but
he doesn't understand. He has no fucking clue. A production version. There was no pre-release versions.
No, there weren't. There weren't. Because I ordered from Autel Pilot, just like everyone else, and they sent me. It's not like, they sent it because they were sponsoring my videos or something. They sent it because I paid for the damn thing, and they were shipping everybody's out.
Videos. Yeah, so your credibility is absolutely zero to me. As I say to anybody, I don't believe a word anybody says until I see proof. All these people that comment on my channel that say, I have this or I have that, I always say, show it to me. Show me your video. You have a channel. Upload some content. So let me tell you something. Other than firmware, what is different than your production model versus my production model and my pre-production model? What's different? It's firmware, dude. That's all.
Yeah, it's just a firmware. That's all it is. And maybe the dampeners are the other way or something. I don't know.
But my second argument to people like you are, and then this is all the time I'm going to give you, and if you want to continue it on further, find me privately on Facebook or whatever. I'll have this conversation with you. I'll give you my fucking phone number. But my other thing is, all this stuff that I'm bitching and whining about, what did you fucking do? What did half the fucking channels do other than click my link? Buy this drone and click my link. I did something. That's what I do on my channel. I did something that actually made a difference on this quad. Not me just personally, me and the people that are associated as far as subscribers on my channel that raised enough hell. We shut down their customer service. So what did you do? What did you do besides buy your production model and now claim that you know something that you don't know because you didn't own it in the very beginning? So I feel like he does not have one though. If you name your channel Mavic 2 Zoom, you're so proud that you have the Mavic 2 Zoom, which out of the Mavic 2 and the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom, you bought the crappier one. But if you have that as your name, I feel like that's all you got. Stop buying beta drones. Stop buying beta drones and pretending like those are the same ones as Best Buy. This isn't like going to John Deere and buying a tractor versus the John Deere you buy at Lowe's. Those two are a little different. You are going to get some differences there. But buddy, I repair quads almost every week, sometimes every day of the week. I'm yet to find anything that's majorly different that they don't go and change something on. So even Hubsan with their tricky little shit, the Hubsans where they've gone and made a change, they at least make it so they can identify it. So they'll call it Xeno Y or Xeno Pro Y. You won't see it on the box or anywhere else. You'll only see it in the serial number.
Yeah.
And that's how you know what parts identify to that quad. There's nothing different with this quad. Trust me.
Yeah, it's
So,
just all firmware.
Yeah. So if he distracts me anymore, I've got to give this guy a little. He's got to take a break tonight because I've got to shut him up.
I mean, when he came, I'll just because he was asking me if I knew the difference between Autel. Like I'm fucking stupid. You know, do I know the difference between Autel Pilot and Autel Robotics?
You're a fucking asshole because you made Chad say fuck.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean,
but and that's why I was pointing him out. You know, just to make you aware because.
Well, here's the thing. You can debate. I can debate with you all night long, and we can sit here and talk about something. But when the conversation just kind of starts out as you know fact, and I'm full of shit, that's not going to be a debate. That's not opinion versus opinion. If you would have approached it like that, we could have actually had a conversation. But you have very little credibility to me. So, yeah, you might want to try different. You might want to try a different approach if you're not trying to make people mad.
No. Oh my gosh.
I'm sitting here seeing this pop up on the screen. And it's like, buddy, you need to learn how to communicate a little bit if you're not trying to make somebody mad. Speak with things as they are your opinion, not like it's fact. And don't tell me what and when to buy something. Don't ever do that. That's not what this channel does. This channel points out the stuff, and some people have a problem with it. So maybe you've owned a Mavic 2 Zoom all this time, and you finally decided, you know what, I'm going to fork over a bunch of cash on this. And maybe you're just pissed off that you did that, because there's a lot of those too. There's a lot of people that are pissed off that they forked over the cash on this thing, and it's not exactly what they expected. It's a great quad. It's a great quad. I'll give it that where it stands right now. It's a good quad. Not great. It's a very good quad.
It's good. The camera is great.
Yes,
I like the camera.
The camera is what's great.
Yeah, it's just.
But I think a lot of people, you can tell, are just mad at themselves.
Yeah.
Why did I buy that thing? Why did I do it? And they're just pissed off. So he might be one of those too. So seek a help and support group. Come back to one of my other lives. Let's try a whole different approach, buddy. But for now, unless you want me to just completely shut you up to where you never come back, just take a break. Just take a break. Okay? If you're subscribed to my channel, unsubscribe and take a break from that too. Like, dude, I don't need you. Now that that's over.
Yeah.
A word from our sponsor.
There we go.
Buy protective screens for your iPhone 11 Pro Max or your iPhone 12 or whatever the fuck you have.
So what else is
pour a little more into my glass here.
So yeah, what else is new? Any you didn't get the Mavic 3, right? No, you didn't buy that, right? Probably
Me?
No. Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No.
All right.
No, I mean, I wouldn't have. I mean, God, could you buying a Mavic 3 with the Nano? Even though I got that refunded, that might be another thing. He might be one just pissed off because I got to keep it and I was refunded. But buying that, the Nano, and the light, holy shit! I'd be working the streets, dude. I'd be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be getting paid very much. I'd be out, offering to shovel snow and take out trash and handyman services and everything to pay for all that shit. I mean, I make a decent living, but holy shit. No, I'm not even going. I haven't even dove into bad-mouthing the Mavic 3 when it deserved it or talking good about it in today's state with it, because I had no interest in it whatsoever. And actually, I enjoy sitting back watching anybody put out a negative video on that because, and Maddie, you know this is dead true, anybody that has a video that even seems subjectively, like, it just, the slightest bit off on Mavic 3. Lon is right in there on the
No, really.
comments, nailing them. Like, I mean, oh my God. And then he hits, and that's why he's not here. He's completely shunning me right now. Because he would come in on my comments. I love Lon. I love you, Lon. I told you that in text. I apologized for deleting your shit. I told you beforehand I was going to delete your shit. Because he was attacking not attacking, but just going after all my subscribers in the chat, in the comments, and having these debates with them. And it's like, I don't want my subscribers to be like, every time I comment, I got this guy, attacking me. So I told him, I said, look, just chill out, and I'm deleting your comments. And I did. I deleted them. So he told me he was moving on to greener pastures. We haven't spoke since. But I did tell him, I said, I love you. I really do. I love you. So it's just, you can't, sometimes you gotta chill out. You gotta respect. Maddie, I don't go on Maddie's channel. I don't go on anybody's channel and sit there and debate. I don't go on your channel unless I'm defending you. I don't go in and debate with your subscribers in their comments. If they're giving their opinion, unless they're, Mavic 2 Zoom dude in there telling you fact, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't go in there and debate you. I usually don't comment on other people's comments anyhow. But boy, does he.
Yeah.
So
quick, I didn't want to throw your whole show off, but
it's already been thrown off. But you know what? I also have to thank him because I needed this.
Yeah.
I needed to burn a little energy tonight.
And the chat was like firing up when all that was going on.
I like controversy, but you just better be ready, because I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to. Oh God, I have to bring this up now. World Drone Community. Anybody that got to watch that, lucky you, because Robbie was talking about the slick stick. I don't have it with me. It's in the case behind me, but he was talking about the slick stick, wanting to get his hands on it, and Ken wouldn't sell it to him because he's overseas, and the problem with everybody overseas is they're trying to copy it. I caught one guy from Germany that 3D scanned it and showed his printed copy. And I told him, I said, look, I'm friends with Ken, and I'm showing him what you just showed me. He showed me in private message. So I showed Ken. Ken found him and did his thing and went off on him. And rightfully so. You put in the work for that kind of stuff. You don't want people copying it and selling it. And that's what it kind of sounded like Robbie was going to do, because that's kind of what Robbie is all about. He'll make a buck. He'll make a buck off anything he can make a buck off of. So he was talking about not being able to get his hands on it. And prior to talking about that, he did approach Ken, and Ken showed me the message, saying that he would like to get to buy a certain number of them and produce them and work with him on this and be his overseas partner. Well, Ken's not going to do that, and Ken flat out said no. So he then goes and plays innocent on World Drone Community last week. Like, I don't know why Ken won't sell it to me, blah, blah, blah. Maddie sent me the link and timestamp on it, and I watched it, but I couldn't see the excitement that Maddie and everybody else got to see. But meanwhile, phone calls are being made to Ken during the live. Ken jumps in that chat real quick and basically was like, the reason why I won't sell you one is because I don't fucking trust you. So you brought me into having to say that. I wasn't even in my mind, and I what did you even say that made me go there?
I don't know.
You were saying something where I was like, I got to talk.
It's been thrown off, and then I think you went from Mavic to Zoom guy to George.
It was something you. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but
like I wanted to say.
Sorry. Get your own fucking show.
About those lives don't go too well for me. But uh, any predictions? I know you don't like this, but any predictions on the features of the Mavic 3, the Mini 3?
First off, I hope there's a SE version of it. Not so much SE version. I just hope there's a version without sensors. I don't want sensors, but I think it's obviously going to have sensors.
Okay.
I don't know what to expect with camera. I feel like everybody that makes a prediction on Hubson, on any DJI, Mavic, I'm holding this because it's the only one I've got except for the one that's got gunshot. But any Mavic drone, everybody seems to get the camera off. Like everybody will make their predictions. It's so easy to say it's probably going to have sensors. It's probably going to have this or that. Might have a cooling fan, might not have a cooling fan. I would say they would probably have a cooling fan. Autel was smart in that area and put a cooling fan in theirs. These things, you pack all this technology into it, they're getting hot. And that was a smart thing they did. If I unplug that fan, I guarantee it'd heat up like a Hubson.
Oh, yeah.
But I think you can make the prediction that it's going to have the sensors. It's going to be everywhere that Autel is, except you can't say where the camera's going to be. Are they going to put out the camera that Autel put out? I have no idea. Let's see, megapixels in there, 48 megapixels, HDR sensors, all the good shit. But will they follow this RYY RYYB technology, or will they stick with the green? Will they go yellow or will they go green? I don't know.
The green. I mean, is there a different?
It's just the filter. It brings in more night light. I feel like DJI can probably swindle that without an RYYB sensor.
Yeah.
If they were smart, they would probably stick with RGGB and stick with their normal algorithm or their normal DNA, if you will, to where that way you don't have to go through the headache of, your raw stuff doesn't work out the way.
So, yes. Speaking of that, okay, on the Autel Nano Plus. Now, I really didn't get into it too much, but with the raw photos, there's an issue with the raw photos as far as what was on my Autel Nano.
There still is, I think.
Okay, because you can't really edit them. Like when I put it in.
Have you tried Key Largo? Matt Bagwell, have you tried?
Yeah, you put them in the editor, and the dynamic range is already maxed out. You can't really edit it. Like if I were to try to adjust the temperature or something, it's already maxed out. And once I kind of lower the temperature, it turns it, of course, a different hue. But and also on the photo itself, it's has a vignetting around it. And you can't really bring out the colors. Everything is already maxed out, or you can't, adjust any of the colors or anything. So I'm not sure if they fixed that with the firmware update, but
yeah, I don't know because I haven't messed with any of that. I got so far behind on the light because I was just messing with the mechanics of this, So I still haven't done anything. And I don't really, as long as I get my good image coming off the. If I get good presets, I'm sticking with presets. I'm fine with those. I don't need to fine tune my camera as long as I have a nice image without the jello and bad issues. But it's less stress on me because then, the other day when I told you I screwed up that one flight, I completely screwed it up because I had the damn screen, like you said, trust the settings. I didn't trust the force. I had that privacy screen on my phone and it darkened up my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and what I had set was completely different. It was like the old days when we first started with this technology of having your device attached to your quad. It
Yeah.
never your what you had on your device never matched what was on that SD card. It was always a nightmare, and that actually is what taught people how to be probably good cameramen
Yeah.
and women.
Yeah.
Um, I don't understand what Adrian's talking about. I didn't see his chat. Sorry, Adrian. I miss a lot of chat.
Yeah. He said something. I was trying to ask him to clarify. He said after what
Yeah,
him
he
and
put a
Maddie said
question
to,
mark with your name there.
yeah. I was just asking what he said. I mean, I was just reading his comment. Maybe I read it wrong. He said after he said something, him and Maddie said something. The guy went to sleep. I'm not sure what that was about, but
Well, I mean, if he was smart, he would have taken my advice, because you're just gonna lose your voice altogether. Like,
mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
give you every opportunity. Like, I don't just block people out, and I think
Mm-hmm.
most people in here know that have a wrench. I don't want you. I don't want you getting rid of somebody. I want to see what the problem is and work it out. If you call that working it out.
So I'm going to try to bring up a DNG photo here, and I'm going to share my screen if I can do it. A raw photo. Yeah. So
Yeah, and
I'll set
Matt
it up
said
in a
about how
second.
they're saved on the SD card too.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big. They do a strange way of how they save them on the SD card. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know personally, but I just remember that's a big enough topic to where I've seen other people mentioning it.
Yeah. I'm going to put it in my editor, and I'll share my screen with you for a second just to show you.
I can't wait to just see how their sales are today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once inventory sells out on all these places that are still selling it for the lower price, I guarantee you, Alltel drops the price. Even though they
Mm-hmm.
are paying higher tariffs, they're going to have to drop the price on this, because they started out low. They had all these problems, all these returns, all these canceled orders.
Mm-hmm.
People lost interest in the quad right there. But then when you go and jack the price up, you're sending everybody to an Air 2S that doesn't need a sub 250. You're
Yeah.
sending them off to a whole nother game at that price.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened. A lot of people say, or not a lot, but I mean, people on my channel and comments have said, "Oh, screw that! I'll go buy an Air 2S." So I really am interested to see how it sells once everybody sells out on their inventory and can't sell it at that price anymore. If Alltel drops that price in order to get it to sell, Alltel will
Mm-hmm.
drop prices on their quads. They're not like DJI or Apple. They will drop prices on their quads. They
Yeah.
did it. They did it with the Evo 2 Pro for a while. They dropped it by like $400, and
Mm-hmm.
then it went back up. But they'll do it. I really feel like it's going to go back down in price.
Mm-hmm.
Is it what
Yeah.
I would still buy? Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
I have a different feeling of this quad than I think most people do, just because everything I went through. I mean, you were the first person that ever mentioned speed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, first channel on YouTube I ever saw mentioning it.
Mm-hmm.
But then going through and finding the sticky dampers and stuff, and this other issue that I'm gonna put up my video on, and as my challenge that I mentioned earlier, um, all that kind of stuff. It completely just gives me a different feeling, I think, than the average like Matt Bagwell or Chris or anybody that has it going out and buying it. Um, just because I think more mechanical and all that, and then once I see it, completely rubs me wrong, gives me a
Mm-hmm.
complete bad taste. So
Can you put the screen up
oh,
just
sorry.
to, yeah.
Now give me an intro here. What are we doing?
So this
This is
is
the file.
yeah, this is a raw photo, and I have a raw and a JPEG up. So this is the raw photo here, and here's the JPEG. So you can see the big difference. Usually when I'm editing the DJI photos,
Wow.
yeah. So this is how it is when I loaded it into the editor. And if you can see here on the right hand side with the tint, it's already maxed out. The magenta is already maxed out here. And if I slide it back, it turns more green. If I kind of adjust the temperature.
Yeah.
But I mean, the first thing I need to do is probably adjust the exposure and shadows and all that. But even just loading it in here, you really don't have too much range left in here. You can't really do anything. So,
well, yeah, I mean, it should be almost colorless.
Yeah,
compared to what it is.
Yeah, or something. I mean, even if
like you're very blue in that sky.
Yeah. So, let me see here. If I change the temperature a little bit, if I kind of increase the shadows just a little, I mean, it's like you can't really do too much with it. And if I give it saturation, it gets more yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And bring down the volume. And it's like it's hard to edit these photos. If I bring this down just a little.
Night, Adrian. Night, everybody else who ever said goodnight and I didn't catch it.
All right, Adrian.
A few
take
other
it
ones
easy.
I think that left.
But yeah, you can see the difference between that and usually with the DJI photos, it's not too much of a difference between the raw photo and the JPEG. It's not too much of a difference. I mean, and then you can actually edit the raw photo a little more, but here it's like difficult. So that's the point I just wanted to bring up. That's all. And I'll stop sharing the screen.
This one here, no, not that one there. But since I have it up, I think the latest one, the motor is shot, so he's talking to somebody else. But I think it was him that I wanted to share a comment about. I think he said something earlier. Maybe it wasn't him. Anyhow, whoever it was that said, I will never own a Autel product again. See, I'm not like that. I'm still happy with the Evo 2 Pro, and I'm getting to the point where I'm happy enough with the Lite Plus to where I feel like I might not need that Evo 2 Pro. If you see how that thing handled today in the wind, especially the gimbal, that gimbal outperformed the gimbal on the Evo 2 Pro.
Oh, really?
In those situations, yes. And it's, same size camera and everything, but the argument lies, who the hell flies in that type of, I mean, that was like it looked like I was flying in a hurricane.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was incredible. I was expecting that gimbal to be crazy. Now, sure, it did shake. It did get some shake, but once I was in flight, it pretty much held good and steady. Hovering was the hardest thing. Hovering's the hardest thing for that thing to sit there and do in the wind versus actually going just flying into it. And the other thing that really amazes me is that with a tailwind of 34 to 40 mile an hour winds, that it will stay at 10.1 maybe 10.1 meters a second.
That's
You're
crazy.
burning more battery, not more battery going into the wind, but you're burning battery. You're not really saving battery like you normally would.
Yeah.
Because some quads, they increase in speed a little bit. It's fighting so hard to keep that governed 10 meters a second with 30 mile or 40 mile an hour wind pushing it. That's burning battery fast. And it's working hard on those ESCs. But I was really, really impressed with what it gave me today. So I can't say no Autel product again. They come out with another version of this. They go for a stab at it with version 2. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I'll see.
But you know how they are. They take like 10 years to make another drone anyway. They're not like DJI.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually wish more were like that. I wish DJI was like that. I wish that's the way it used to be. Now it's like, I mean, DJI is so Apple. They are so Apple when it comes to that kind of stuff. I wish it was more just stick with a model for a whole year at least. But we went through a period where we weren't even doing that. I think the Air 2S can hold its own for 2 years without needing any type of upgrade.
Yeah, it really doesn't need it. Yeah,
easily,
it doesn't need
2
it.
years.
It definitely, that one would definitely be a lot more if there's a like Air 3S or something like that.
Yeah. So and that's where they end up also just, people are going to still be buying that Air 2S for a long time. You don't need to really jump into it. You're putting yourself into a situation where you have to work harder and harder and harder to make something better, which is also why they give us Apple updates. They don't give you too much because they know they're going to be putting out another model in however many months. And they need to save this upgrade for that model so they can call it an upgraded model. Just don't play so many cards is what that is.
Hey, Chris, can you give me a minute first? I'll be right back.
All right. You have my permission.
All right, thanks.
All right, so good show. I'm not going to really end it right now. How long have we been going here? Actually, I probably should work on ending it. We're an hour and a half. But anybody that's popped in since the very beginning, I had mentioned about my Facebook group. I actually really am excited about this group. I hate Facebook groups. I really do. I support my friends' Facebook groups. All theirs are nice and tame. I like those kind of Facebook groups, but when it comes to corporate Facebook groups, like the Altel ones I've been removed from, or the DJI groups, I hate all those groups because nobody admins those groups properly. I've done my help and support groups long enough to where I know how to handle the trolls and all that, and I have, for a very active Hubson group that's all help and support people that are already angry. It's a very tame, well-run group. So I have this new group, and it's taken off quite well. In 2 days, probably, I think, gained 250 people. I did invite a bunch of people, so of course you're going to start out good. But I would love anybody interested watching this, anybody in the chat, join the group. And so far it's taken off very well. The hardest thing you'll find in a group is just getting people to be engaged. And from the start, everybody is engaged. Every post is bringing up threads of conversations. That's the hardest thing to do in a group. So many groups you go into, you see post after post after post and 0 comments. When you see in the corner 43 people seen it, but not one person commented. That's the hardest thing in a group. So that group has taken off really well, and I'm very happy with that. So just go to Facebook. Maddie popped the link in there prior. I'll pop the link again. Maddie's already on it. He's popped it again. So click that link. Go join the group, and I promise I will. That's the type of group I've wanted for a while, to where it's just an everything drone group. I've done groups where it's based off video and photography with Chad. That's not my thing. And then the Hubson Help and Support group, I've been doing that for 6 years. That's stale because it's just everybody needs you. Everybody needs you. So I've been wanting to do this type of group where it's a community. It's really a real community of people. So, and I'm going to stick with that word community, because that's something that many of you have heard me say a lot, is this: there's no fucking community here. This YouTube community, it doesn't exist. It's not the community everybody says it is. The community is talked about like this, but the community is this. It's really just this many people. The ones out here are all talking about you behind your back and stabbing you in the back, or using you for something, networking off of you or something like that. that's not a community. That's a business. So that's a business, and that's just people that I don't like. Like I said earlier, I love you till I get to know you. You'll see there's people that I used to kind of be affiliated with that you notice I'm just no longer, you never see me around with them or anything like that. It's because I've gotten to know them. And once I get to know you, if I stop loving you, then I have nothing to do with you. So I don't know why I'm still with Chad, but
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know.
actually, I don't know why you still associate with me.
I don't know.
Because you are so much tamer than I am. There is a different Chad, guys. There really is. There is a completely different Chad than what you see here. But Chad also, his career, he also has to be a good boy in public. So I mean, him dropping the F word today, I'm making a call to the government and gonna have to have a little talk with them.
Yeah, get a demerit.
But yeah, Chad's really fun on to have live and all that because I like to try to work him out of his shell. And tonight somebody else did it, but it's also nice just talking with Chad on a private basis. Like last night, we talked at least 2 hours, right?
Yeah, we were on the phone just like
we
bunch of
were on the
high
phone
school
for
girls.
at least 2 hours. So like a couple, like a couple of little high school girls, where you're not really talking. Like it's like we're talking, but he's editing, and I'm setting up my octopus of arms here, and working on stuff on the new group and stuff like that. And you can tell we're both doing different things, but we're occasionally talking back and forth at the same time. And it's just funny. But that's where he's also just a different person. I wish everybody got to see that Chad. He's not as reserved as you think he is.
Do I work for a church? Somebody
see, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a pastor.
The biggest thing when you and I first started doing stuff together, and I told you this. A few people asked if you partaked in a little.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because you were so mellow, like you were so mellow, and you were kind of nervous, like you were nervous, like you could see it.
I'm
you
new.
were kind of like this.
Yeah.
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 No, Chad, I just asked you a question. Oh, what did you say? Yeah. So yeah, you're totally different now. It used to be hard to get you to laugh or anything like that, but you're a lot different now.
Yeah.
And you said fuck tonight, so
yeah, YouTube broke me.
Pop that cherry.
These YouTube and these trolls and stuff bring it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll pay a toll on you.
Yeah,
it'll pay
a toll on you, man.
I've gotten really, really good with the trolls on YouTube. I don't really run into a lot of them on Facebook because I don't go into these. I'm out of all the Altel groups, but I wasn't causing any problem in that damn Altel group. This was all personal. But the trolls that come along on mine, I just like to hit them with a little reverse psychology. I like to kind of dumb them up a little bit, like just let them know how stupid that just sounded. That came out of your mouth into your fingers onto the keyboard. Did you wake up this morning thinking this was going to be a good idea? Like you go and make this comment. You first thing in the morning. You come to my channel and see this video, and maybe it's nighttime where they are when they make the video, but you type this comment and you think this is going to go well. Like, just, I always try to reverse it on them to where sometimes they actually apologize and then they become somebody that's a regular person. But if it's too far now, I just delete them. I just delete them. I used to play the game, but you fall into a rabbit hole with some of them, and I just delete them. So I don't let them get to me. Yeah. I love the comment though about you work at a church.
Yeah, that's funny. I just want to say what's up to David Hill. I think, he was the winner, or one of the winners of the drum mask. I think when I did the giveaway. Excuse me. Or was it? No, was he? I can't remember. Maddie won one, and then it was David Hill, right?
I don't know if I don't remember David winning. I know
Yeah.
Maddie did. I mean, anything you say giveaway or win, you can just say Maddie won it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
Yeah, I
remember
know.
I don't remember if it was David or not.
But speaking of giveaways,
Yeah,
um,
Charles, you got in because somebody let you in. I do have that turned on to where I'm letting members approve members. Um, I do have some things set up to where people just can't get approved without my doing it. Certain little keystrokes.
mm,
But yeah, that's how you got in. I didn't let you in. I wouldn't have let you in, Charles. I wouldn't have let you in my group. I'm kidding.
so yeah,
I think
so the giveaway,
I'm
yeah,
about,
that,
what's that? Go ahead. Giveaway.
yeah,
Giveaway.
giveaway, yeah, everyone likes a giveaway. So, uh,
Oh, yes. 10,000.
yeah, I'm approaching 10,000. I'm about, let's see here, 108 away from 10,000, and I plan on doing another giveaway. I'm not going to say what it is right now because I'll just leave that as a surprise, but I'm pretty sure some people probably could figure it out, or at least figure out what type of giveaway it would be. But anyway, I will be doing another giveaway. I did one at 8,000. Those were it was with the drone masks, and 10,000. I said I will do another one. So
It's
I
a
will.
car. It's a car.
Yeah. You get a car and you get a car, but not you. But yeah. So, uh, but anyway, yeah, I will be doing a giveaway. It'll be a nice one. So
What's
you
my
guys just
fault?
stay tuned for
And
that.
again, what's my fault? Usually my fault is somebody bought a drone.
Who says your fault? What are you talking about?
um, Gasket Mike, he said, and again, it's Chris's fault.
Oh.
I'm thinking maybe he bought a drone. And that's my
Oh.
fault because a lot of times somebody will say, it's all your fault that I bought this drone. It's all your fault I bought that drone. That's where, not being able to sit here and follow the chat so closely, I miss out. Maybe it was, I don't know.
So yeah,
I didn't do it. I promise, dude. I didn't do it. Maybe I did, but I don't think I did.
but Maddie, you're not allowed to participate because if you win, it's going to look suspicious. And
Maddie's getting cut off.
yeah, man, you're gonna have to get cut off, man.
Oh
Yeah, I'm
man.
sorry.
Thank you for your support and being a subscriber, Maddie, but
Yeah,
you cannot win a damn thing.
yeah, no, I know.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I would love to have this conversation with you, George C. Hubson Xeno Pro and Altel Evo Nano Plus look the same. Man, I could do a show totally on those two together. But I will still put Altel definitely up here. But they definitely were pulling pages. I mean, they were taking pages out of the Hubson playbook.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I swear to God, I think they started renting the same warehouse. It's crazy how the way they did things with this from release till release, up and through after release, that just were so reminiscent of Hubson. I mean, God.
Yeah.
I still want to know what was my fault. Oh, I bought the movie mask after a while. I hope you like it, dude. I mean, a lot of people. I have mine right there because it goes everywhere. It stays in my car.
Movie mask?
But,
Oh, the drum mask? Yeah.
yeah, but somebody just posted down the street that their car was broken into, and so I told my wife, I'm like, Well, was it broken into or was it unlocked? And
Mm.
they literally have a night cam or whatever, and they see the person breaking the
Really?
lock on their door to get in. So
Oh
obviously
wow.
they saw something. They saw something they wanted.
Mm.
I don't lock my car. I never lock my car.
Oh really? Oh shit.
No. I've had
Mm.
my car broken into. I don't want steal the fucker, please. Go
Uh,
steal it. Just
mm.
steal it and crash it. Do whatever. But I don't want it broken into. I don't want I've had the top of my window frame pulled out, and so they could
Yeah.
get it unlocked and break into my shit in my old cars in the past. I've had my
Mm.
windows broken because I locked up my shit. I leave it totally unlocked. I don't leave anything in there that anybody wants. We don't live in a world today where people come and steal your stereo like they used to. Everybody
Yeah.
wanted to steal your head unit, your stereo.
Mm.
There's nothing to take in the car. They'll rummage through all they want. They can throw my shit everywhere, but I will not lock my car. So anyhow, we're talking drone mask. I always leave this in the back seat of my car, and I told my wife last night, "Oops, I better run out and get this," because I said I don't leave anything in my car for people to steal. Somebody would steal this. They would steal it
Yeah.
whether they need it or not, and then as they're
Yep.
running through the woods, probably chuck it and say, "I don't want it."
Yeah.
But I love it. I
Mm.
love it, especially for a day like today. If the winds were a little less, I would have been wearing this because my eyes water so much in the cold when it's windy,
Mm-hmm.
and none of that with this. But the image on this is beautiful. It transmits that image so nice. So when we get better weather, I'm going to do more content where I'm actually using that.
Yeah.
And I disagree that it's too heavy. I've worn different, I mean, everything before this was always plastic. Those were heavy.
Mm-hmm.
When you put your device in there, they were heavy. This is, I forgot, what was the total weight of it?
I have no idea.
Oops. Speak.
Hello? Yeah, I heard myself.
Yeah. Let me put it on the drug scale. 1.9 ounces, so it's under 2 pounds.
Okay.
What's the DJI? It doesn't stick out as far, but with battery, 1.5. So
Okay.
not a big difference. But I totally disagree with anybody who says this is too heavy. It's just something you're not used to, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, some people have smaller necks and maybe it is harder. I don't know. I did have to get used to a mask the first time I started wearing masks, but they came way out to here back then. This still comes out a good bit. I mean, it still sticks out, but the original masks that first came out, I mean, they stuck out about this far
Oh wow.
from your face. Yeah, I've got the one over there, whatever one that one is, which I should offer to just give to somebody. It's old analog. It is not worth anything now. The Cyclops, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to grab it. Oops. It's not that much longer, but it's long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, once you strap a battery onto this, these aren't light either.
Yeah.
These are not light either. So, at one time, this was quite a deal. I mean, you put a micro SD in it. I mean, it had channel. This is when you could start, changing channels. It had a menu.
Wow.
This was a big deal at one time. Had your little focus slide.
Nice.
And now it's worthless, completely worthless. Anybody need the Cyclops Diversity? It's right here. You can have it. Pay shipping. It's yours. Joe, if you want it. If you don't have one, Joe, you said it's awesome first. I'll give it to you. Just pay shipping. You can have it. If you have anything old analog that'll work with it, it's all yours. I forgot who it was. RC Sailor sold me on that years ago. Holy
Oh,
hell.
really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was because of the glasses. It was all because of the glasses, because he wears
So,
glasses, and it worked with. As soon as I heard glasses, it worked good with glasses, because that's the one thing every reviewer forgets to say is this is this is glasses friendly,
yeah.
and I get it because they don't wear glasses, but that's big important to me, is that it works with glasses. So as soon as I heard him say that on RC Sailors, I bought that baby, and it actually was good at the time. That was considered really good. All our little scraggly lines on her screen and everything.
Hmm.
Mike Renack, make it into a lamp for Robbie. Yeah, Robbie ain't getting shit of mine.
Uh,
Um, but I will say, guys, this lamp's for sale. I'll maybe make a little video just off the little lamp here. But the lamp is going to be for sale to the highest bidder. And I will donate 75% of that to charity. And then the 25% goes into the kitty. So there's going to be a new lamp. I've already got everything to make the new lamp. And I'm going to sell the 501 SS. Or it could be an A. Or it could be an S. But I'm going to sell that one. And anybody that offers the most amount of money for that gets it. So I'll do something. Maybe I'll do a community post first, and then maybe I'll just mention it in a video from time to time, point it out and say it's for sale. There's maybe a handful of people, Robbie was one of them, that really wanted that lamp. And so now we'll see how bad somebody wants that lamp. So I will say it cost, all in all, you add it all up, I would say it cost me at least $75 to $100 to make it. So because of the type of LEDs that I used and all that, they're LEDs that will never burn out on you. They're definitely lifetime LEDs. They will not burn out on you. Maddie, it wasn't easy. Because you're not going to use the ESCs that are in there now unless you change that power source. Then you're adding something that doesn't fit into it. My next quad, that's what I'm doing. I'm using the original ESCs, so I had to drop the voltage down from 120 down to, I think it's 12. I forgot what it was, but it's actually amps. But it gets expensive, but it's also a little challenging. And then wiring it all up safely and all that, how I wired that one up. So, but yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Practice on your soldering. Maddie's a master solderer now. I'm very proud of him.
Nice.
Because he used to be one of those, I just can't. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. But he's mastered it. He is a solderer. I love it when people do for themselves. And soldering is so much easier once you do it, right, Maddie? It's so much easier once you do it. It's all about the tools. Don't go buy the cheapest soldering iron you can buy. It's so easy. All right, I think we're about done here, buddy.
Yeah, we've been going for 2 hours now.
2 hours, and I definitely don't want to be over 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always amazed at how many people come back and watch. Granted, they only watch maybe 15, 20 minutes probably after they fast forward everything. But, people will fast forward this one and then seeing me go on a rant with Mr. Zoom, and then they'll fast forward and see something else that'll catch them for a few more minutes. But I'm always shocked, like how many actually, like sometimes it gets, I think there's lives that have broken 2,000. I know there are.
I was wondering, can you put chapters in live replays? I think you can, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd
Okay.
go back and watch it. Like Chris throws a temper tantrum.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chad says fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that one in this one. I'll just say Chad says fuck, and I'll put the minute marker in there.
That'll be the most watched.
When I report you to your work, that they'll just easily find it.
Yeah, that'll be the most watched chapter or timestamp there.
Chris just said that Chad can be wild. Every time I look at Chris's picture, let's pop him up here. That picture right there, Duck Dynasty.
Oh,
Did you ever
yeah.
watch Duck Dynasty? I know you're not a redneck, but
No, no, no.
that's Duck Dynasty right there. Like when I
Really?
see his picture, he totally doesn't look like any of those guys, but that picture right there, don't ever change that picture. I like that picture. Just reminds me of Duck Dynasty. But yeah, let's go ahead and just say goodnight to all our friends here.
Good night.
He's going to sing you the goodnight song.
That was my, just let everybody know, Sound of Music is one of my favorite movies from back in the day. I just want to put that out there.
Interesting. Interesting.
I used to enjoy that as a kid. But anyway, I guess
learn something new every day. Got to add that minute marker
there
in
there.
there.
You go. Yeah, put that. Yeah.
That timestamp.
Yeah.
Chad in the Sound of Music.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, everybody. Once again, thank you for coming to another live. I didn't title this one anything, did I? I think I just said come and find out for yourself or something like that. What did I say? Yeah, join me and find out is what the title says, and you guys joined us. So it's always nice that people just want to come and watch, especially when there is no topic whatsoever. And a little bit of stuff maybe some of you guys didn't really care for when having my little rant with that guy and Chad's language. But big thing is appreciate you coming and watching. Go join that Facebook group. Interact with me over there. And let's keep that thing alive and growing into a real community where you actually meet people that you might make friends with in your area. And maybe that group itself will turn into some sort of a meetup somewhere here on the East Coast. So with that being said, I'm going to put my finger on the button and just say good night. And Chad, give your little whatever and end it.
Yeah, so good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy tonight.
Don't forget the 10,000 subscriber giveaway.
Oh yeah, 10,000. Not about to say $10,000 giveaway. No. 10,000.
I would have had to add another marker right there. Chad's giving away $10,000. Marker number 20225.
But yeah, 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Be sure to look out for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right at 10,000, but there will be a giveaway. I might have to do a little bit after 10,000 just to make sure I have 10,000. And YouTube takes them away. But YouTube giveth, they taketh awayeth, or whatever you want to say. So, yeah, that's about it. So,
and if anybody out there knows Bieber's dad, please tell him I'm sorry. I am so sorry because he never came back, and I totally mistakenly cleaning my screen deleted his comment, and I don't think he ever came back. So tell Justin Bieber's dad I am so sorry. If you know him, I'm very sorry. Come back to the next live, please. And yeah, that's it. So let's hit that button and just say peace and love.